Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You gotta hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
In a startling development, Bill Haney, the vocal father, and Devin Haney, the trainer of boxing champion Floyd Money Mayweather, has launched a scathing attack on the boxing legend, asserting that Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle and frequent displays of wealth are merely smoke and mirrors intended to maintain a meticulously manicured image.
A game is gone. What adjustments are you going to make? And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Floyd Mayweather has made tremendous progress in the real estate industry. In late 2024, he reportedly paid over $42 million to acquire more than 60 properties in Upper Manhattan. This portfolio consists of over 1,000 apartment buildings and multiple retail locations that Mayweather owns alone. Additionally, Mayweather has contributed to a $10 billion project that includes 18 office buildings totaling 10 million square feet spread across Jersey City, Chicago, and New York.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this, then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said, I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I gotta go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one.
Bill Haney has publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather for allegedly neglecting his team members financially. He questioned the distribution of funds within Mayweather Promotions, arguing that team members like Calvin Ford shouldn't appear financially strained if the organization is as successful as claimed. He also stressed the significance of paying team members fairly in order to avoid dissatisfaction and to ensure their well-being.
Personal between you and Calvin. Also, his Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach.
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach. So I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
He said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Haney goes on to criticize Mayweather's move from competitive boxing to exhibition bouts, arguing that this change is motivated more by money than a sincere love for the sport. He implies that Mayweather's current priorities are getting paid rather than upholding the honor of boxing.
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
According to reports, Mayweather voiced his displeasure at not landing a contract similar to the one Haney got, raising the possibility that he would prevent Haney from facing well-known boxers like Gervonta Davis or Rolando Raleigh Romero. People like Oscar de la Hoya have criticized this issue, accusing Mayweather of spoiling a possible fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background, sneak dissing each other for a minute. Pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm gonna go whisper in rain here. I'm gonna make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm gonna make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So,
Given Floyd's extravagant lifestyle, which includes private aircraft, automobiles, and clothing, Oscar de la Hoya thinks Floyd still needs money, which is why he periodically fights. According to de la Hoya, boxers like Floyd frequently go broke because they spend extravagantly.
Fight the very best, unlike Floyd. Waits for fighters to either be over the hill or too young, the way he fought Canelo when he was too young.
Right.
But look, hey, if Floyd really wants to fight, if he really wants to come out of retirement and crawl under his rock, then call out Canelo once again at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds. Call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old. Of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down. You think?
Oh, easy.
What's your message for Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
You think Canelo's gonna out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make
Oh, by
more money
far,
than Floyd?
by far. Canelo's 28 years old,
Right.
and he's already made what, $500 million?
Floyd has frequently made headlines for his extravagant spending. He claims to have hundreds of additional watches worth thousands of dollars each, and he owns one worth $18 million. These flexes may attract attention, but they also raise questions about whether such behaviors are long-term sustainable, even for someone with Floyd's sizable bank account.
This watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
Tell me about your watch collection, dude. You have to have one of the biggest watch collections in the world.
My watch collection, I think I got somewhere upwards of 100 watches. And I got a lot of $1 million watches.
What should I pay for this one? What do you think? You're here for me now. I need some help. Help a little man out, okay?
That watch is a couple $100,000. Easy, but it's worth it. Because it goes up in value. It appreciates, not depreciates.
How do you buy a $17 million watch?
No, 18.
18, sorry.
Mayweather Jr. has continuously been among the most paid athletes, with his earnings from fights frequently hitting significant sums, as demonstrated by his 2017 matchup with Conor McGregor. According to reports, Mayweather made almost $275 million, which is among the greatest sums ever won in a single sporting event.
Could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
what do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd has never shied away from boasting. He frequently claims that no fighter in the history of the sport has achieved what he has. His confidence is clear, but so is his incessant comparison to others, which both strengthens his reputation and attracts criticism. Mayweather is well known for flaunting his luxurious lifestyle, which includes regular private jet travel. However, detractors contend that such extravagant spending can put a burden on finances, particularly if it isn't paired with steady revenue, which could result in financial instability.
You want me to show you right now? Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
Let me show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you gotta pick a couple people up. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey and go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on a plane also. Okay.
Okay. So it'll be. I mean, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. It's about an hour. About an hour to play. I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
Yeah.
Mayweather is a prime example of how the emphasis on luxury and theatrics can have negative financial effects. Even for wealthy earnings, excessive expenditure on upscale goods without taking the bigger picture into account might result in financial difficulties.
Successful kickboxer, four-time world champion. His belts are sitting right behind me right now. But, the most he ever got paid for a fight, and he says this openly, is 50 grand. By the time you pay your trainer and your manager 10% each, you got to eat, you got to train for 12 weeks. I mean, if you look at the hours you put in, you're making $15 an hour. It's not amazing.
Haney accuses Mayweather of turning from a well-known boxer into a money-focused individual by putting high salaries ahead of giving fans good fights. He compares this to his own strategy, which emphasizes the value of giving fans entertaining matches rather than concentrating only on making money.
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you're the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we charge $57. Listen, we're going to give you the best fights, and we're going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bullshit fights, and then you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else.
In several interviews, sports analyst Stephen A. Smith voiced disapproval of Mayweather's overall exhibition strategy. Although he acknowledged that fighting Conor McGregor made sense given McGregor's background in combat sports, Smith claimed that choosing opponents who aren't on Floyd's level to earn an easy payday damages the legacy he has worked so hard to build. Smith claimed that Mayweather seemed more concerned with amassing wealth than maintaining his place in boxing history.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
Allegations have been made that Mayweather's claims of making $100 million in a single night are inflated. Boxing insiders have questioned the veracity of these figures, claiming that they may be more about appearance than substance.
Reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $68 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got $30 million and one got $29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew it?
Logan, despite Mayweather's enormous gains from their exhibition battle, Paul has openly said that he still owes him money. Paul claims he hasn't been paid in full, raising questions about possible problems with Mayweather's financial transactions.
True or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah.
I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make $100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that he wanted to do another exhibition. Now this is the same guy that said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it the whole entire...
Bill has openly attacked Floyd Mayweather for allegedly putting money before setting up competitive fights for his son Haney, implying that Mayweather is purposefully avoiding setting up fights with Devin, especially against elite opponents like Gervonta Davis, in order to concentrate on more lucrative matchups. Haney's statements highlight the annoyance of boxing pros and fans who think Devin merits more chances.
Saying that because we're available now. So all that other shit. I'm wanting to see who gonna mention Tank other than us. Tank, where you at, Tank? Because now, guess what? We're free and you are. I mean, not free, literally, because they was talking 5% and they might think free means free. You know what I mean? So let's clear that up. Ain't no fight. We don't got no fight. So what's gonna happen? Tank.
At 140.
Yeah. Stop me from saying his name. Punch me in the mouth, because I'm gonna keep on saying Tank. Don't want to fight Devin. Period.
Mayweather has expressed interest in talking with Bill Haney despite past conflicts, suggesting a possible willingness to arrange contests featuring Devin Haney. This change raises the possibility of reconciliation or, at the very least, a shared interest in successful endeavors.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, saying, where's Bill? Putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You cussed him out. You got to hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
Mike Tyson has publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather, especially for showing off his wealth and accomplishments with his pension. Although Tyson respects Mayweather's skill in the ring, he has voiced displeasure with Mayweather's conduct outside of it in an honest moment on his Hot Boxing podcast, saying, "Awesome fighter, great fighter. He should be a little more introspective, and I was too. But you have to face reality. He needs to put his head down and guard. We're not something to be cocky about."
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. He don't do drugs. That's his heroin. The gym.
Someone told me this. They say he does not. He doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
Floyd has always had a business-minded mindset, but his methods of accumulating fortune have raised moral concerns. From unpaid debts to inflated profits, there are times when Floyd's definition of success appears more about deception than honesty. With a 50-0 record and $1 billion in profits, Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history. However,
most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
I bet you were unaware that it all began with a $750,000 wager on himself. Here's the crazy backstory. Floyd Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion in 2006, 10 years into his career and making over $5 million per fight. As part of this partnership, Arum received 25% of Mayweather's fight money, but Mayweather demanded more, turning down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and claiming he should have received $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't satisfied and refused to pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee stipulated in his contract to leave Top Rank. He then proceeded to promote his own fights, earning a cut of each ticket sold, hot dog and beer sold at the event, and most significantly, all pay-per-views sold. A year later, in 2007, Mayweather earned $25 million for defeating Oscar de la Hoya. That's what happens when you bet on yourself. Is Floyd Mayweather still the financial titan he claims to be? Or is Bill Haney revealing something that the boxing community has long ignored? Let us know in the comments section below.